Hey everyone, and welcome back to my first non-shaving video. This week I have been working in Ohio, and I had the opportunity to go up to Maggards Razors up in Michigan. Now from where I'm staying, that was about a 3.5-hour drive one way, and I did it in a day. So I spent 7 hours in the car to go there and back. And I spent about maybe an hour in the store, hour and a half, something like that. Anyway, it was very much worth it. I will show you some of the things that I picked up from Maggards later on, but I just wanted to talk about the experience with Maggards. So I walked in, and they have a rather large storefront. The storefront itself definitely beats the size of West Coast Shaving out in California. Their selection is phenomenal. You walk in and you have their various artisans in their shelves. And what's really cool that I think they did was they'll put the city and state where that artisan is located. So they had like WSP, Chandler, Arizona. Let's see, Shannon Soaps, Cleveland, Ohio. I thought that was really cool just to kind of see where different soap artisans are actually located, because I wasn't aware of that. It's just a really cool selection, a huge selection of soaps, different artisans, large selection of brushes, razors, aftershave products, just a phenomenal location. Now I got up there on the first Friday of the month, and if you look on their website for their hours, they say on the first Friday of every month they're open until 8 o'clock. And I got up there I got up there about 4:30. So there were still a couple of people kicking around. But right around 5 o'clock or so, most of the employees left. And for a little bit there, it was only Brad Maggard and myself in the store. So I was able to sit there and talk to Brad, kind of pick his brain a little bit, see what some of his personal preferences are as far as artisans, and ask him a couple questions that I had on a couple things in the store. I gotta say, Brad is excellent. He's a wealth of knowledge, very friendly, very knowledgeable. It was just a pleasure to be able to talk with him and talk about this hobby that you don't get to interact with people in person very often. So that was definitely very cool. I thoroughly enjoyed that. So I gotta say, if you are in the area of Maggards, definitely stop in. It is completely worthwhile to go into their store and just browse around, see what you have. They have a variety of artisans that other online shops don't have. So their selection is phenomenal. They have a little rack kind of in the center by some of their razors. That is their clearance rack. Of course, you can always browse that, see what's on there. Now I'm going to take a break here for a minute. I did take a couple photos of the shop. However, my phone was not in landscape, it was in portrait orientation. So those are going to appear slightly wonky on here, and I do apologize for that. All right, I hope you enjoyed those photos. Now real quick, just a couple of things that I picked up while I was at Maggards. I could have picked up so much more. Their variety, as I mentioned, is just phenomenal. There are so many soaps that I wanted to pick up, but in order to not sleep on the couch when I get home, and to not have my wife very, very upset for all the money that I spent, especially for the holiday times, I held off. But I was able to pick up a couple things there. I only picked up one soap, and I picked up WSP's Formula T Bay Rum. I have not used this yet, but y'all know I've had WSP. I like their Formula T, and I like their rustic formula. In fact, I have rustic dragon's blood here with me this week. But this was dented a little bit, so this was on their discount rack there. But I will say with the scent, that if you like a classic standard bay rum, this is a winner. If you're not a fan of classic bay rums, the cloves, stuff like that, you might want to stay away. This is just a very classic bay. It's not anything, it's not trying to do anything different than be a bay rum, but it does that exceptionally well. I'm a huge fan of bay, and this does a great job. Because of Rick Newman and Josh, and I'm forgetting his last name, Shooting the Shave, I have become a fan of bore brushes. Josh was very kind and gifted me this Smogue. I don't recall what the brand or the model number is on this. As you can see, it's kind of broken in. I'm still working on breaking it a little bit. It's still clumping up, so I'm still working on this one, being stubborn. But this is a phenomenal bowl lathering brush. Rick was kind enough to gift me this Omega 10098, I want to say this one is the 98, and as you can see, this is also kind of breaking in. Both are great brushes that I thoroughly enjoy. This one is just slightly too large for my makeshift travel container. So this is going to be my home bore brush. I'm still debating on what to do with this one, whether I'm going to travel with this one or keep it at home. But I bought one that's specifically for travel as well. This is a little bit smaller, but it still has a really nice size knot. And so I picked up the Omega 10048. This handle is just cheap plastic crap. I see why many people will re-knot these Omegas, but the knots are phenomenal. This is a 48 mil, not a 48 mil, this is a 28 millimeter knot as opposed to the 27 in this one. As you can see, I've started the break-in process here. This has been soaking for a day. I've had some shave soap sitting in it for a day to try to break it in, soften it up a little bit. And I've also had the regular hand soap here in the hotel in there. It still has a little bit of that bore funk from a brand new brush, but I'll be putting this back in the water to soak, and then probably another round or two of regular shave soap to kind of get rid of this funk here. So we're going to just put it back in the water. And something else I picked up because I am a huge fan of these types of razors. I wanted to keep one at home and one when I travel, and that is the Dovo Chevette. So you all have seen this one in a couple of videos of mine. There's just an aluminum handle here, and then the plastic, or aluminum blade and the plastic handle. I did pick up this one with the stainless steel blade and the aluminum handle. Now this does have a little bit slightly different feel to it because the handle portion there is a lot thinner than on the plastic. I have not shaved this yet. I just picked this up on Friday and I was gone all day yesterday. I left my hotel room at about 8:30 in the morning and then get back to after midnight. So I didn't shave yesterday. But if you look at the handles, this one is fairly thick, especially right in here where your fingers go to hold it. And this one is a little bit on the thinner side. Still a comfortable razor. I just put in the half DE that I kind of borrowed from my Eco. But I'll be using this week as well. Get a couple uses on that. Haven't used the half DE for a while. But those are my spoils for Maggards. As I mentioned, I could have picked up a lot more. So I got this for a really good deal. I love the Dovo Chevettes. Brad did recommend a different type of Chevette that I was looking at, that I've seen Jeffrey Smith use. There will be a link to his channel with that particular video in the description below. That looks like a phenomenal Chevette that can take half a DE, an injector blade, or an feather artisan style blade as well. Very much looking at that as well, but it's something to pick up later on. So back to that Dovo Chevette, the Formula T Bay Rum from WSP, because you all know I love WSP soaps. And I picked up that Omega brush that I already put back in the bowl here. That is the Omega 10048 Professional. And I'm hoping to use that this week as well. So anyway guys, thank you for tuning into this shorter, different style video. That's not shaving. I've never done this before. Hopefully you enjoyed. There will be another video coming later this week. And that will be a shooting video where I do highlight Akron, Ohio, and talk about a little bit what I did this past weekend, or yesterday, being Saturday, this being filmed on Sunday, why I was not in my hotel at all on Saturday. So anyway, guys, hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.